Hey guys, this is No Solution. I'm Scott, back after a little bit of an absence. Um, there will be some music content. I'm going to talk about a concert I recently went to. 1349, Spectral Wound, Antichrist Siege Machine, and Spirit Possession. That was just kind of a local show that I guess 1349 and Spectral Wound were in the country for MDF and put together a little tour while they were here. So I was able to catch that. So that was a fun time. I wanted to talk a little bit about my kind of reticence to make videos lately. I don't know what it is. I recently watched a video from a channel called The Sand Scratcher. He's an older guy. He does, I think I originally found him because he was talking about his music collection, and that so it kind of popped up. But he does a lot of life stories and kind of just advice and stuff. And his video that I just recently watched was called Just Start the Camera and Start Talking. He was going through kind of identity crisis of his channel. It was kind of going in a direction he didn't want. But he was getting a lot of views for the stuff that, like his collection videos and stuff like that. And found himself kind of chasing views and chasing subscribers, and that being something he didn't want to do. So that's not really where I'm at, but there definitely has been some like dreading making a video, even if I have an idea of what I want to do. I don't know. It's just some kind of mental block, I guess. And on the subject of like chasing views, when I made my video, I think I titled it a grumpy video or something, where I just like spent the time bitching about stuff. It got a lot of attention and a lot of people liked it, which is really cool and was, felt good. But I told my son about it and he was like, "Well, you guys just keep doing that now. That's what people want." And I don't want to do that. I'm obviously a very small channel, but I like where I'm at. I've got a really cool group of people that watch my videos and comment on them, and that's really what I'm in it for. Like, that video got way more views, but the comments, like, the negative comments started coming in. I'd rather have a video that doesn't really do much, but I just get to talk to cool people. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was this weekend. I had all weekend to make a video, and I knew what I wanted to talk about, but just couldn't pull the trigger on it, man. I don't know what's going on. Just a mood thing, I guess. But in the spirit of that video from the Sand Scratcher, just hit the camera and start talking, I thought I would just mention that. And I would be curious, does anybody else who makes videos, if they ever run into that they just don't feel like it or are dreading it for some reason. Usually once I start, I'm okay, but yeah, I just couldn't make it happen this weekend. Anyway, enough of my whining about being scared to make a YouTube video. I don't know why that came up, and hopefully it'll pass. But yeah, so let's just talk about that concert then. I was going basically strictly to see Spectral Wound. I am not a fan of 1349 really at all. I've had their albums and have ended up giving them away, and I've seen them live before too. So I showed up the local place in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It was actually pretty packed. I was surprised. Got there before the band started, got in the merch line. The way the merch line was set up, it's kind of on like a raised platform, and then the merch tables, and there was basically enough room for a single file line of people to go through, so you had to walk through every merch table to get to the one you wanted. First one was 1349. Nobody was buying anything. Nobody was interested. I felt bad for the lady that was manning it, because she just looked kind of embarrassed and was like trying to look at her phone and not look at people. So I don't know what that meant about who was there to see 1349 or not. I actually, spoiler, I left before 1349 played, because I'd rather just go home. I know I'm not that into them. I would be curious to see how many people did leave, because it seemed like Spectral Wound was kind of the draw for this show. Got to the Spectral Wound table. The first album is very hard to get. They only have 3, so I'm kind of peering up there to see what they've got, and I see 3 stacks of CDs. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. They must have it. Well, it was one stack of one of their CDs and 2 stacks of the other one, not the first one, so I didn't get that. But they had a lot of cool shirts, so I got the let's see if you can see that there, the Diabolical Thirst album cover there, and the back here. Fantastic black metal band from Quebec. If you've not heard them, they're quite raw, but very melodic. The songs are all really catchy, kind of rocking in parts. Yeah, I just think they're great. So, and I had to spring for the long sleeve. It was only $5 more, and you know, once you got print on the long sleeve, that's like freaking catnip to me. I just think that's so cool looking. So now it's the dead of summer, so I won't be wearing this for a few months, but glad to have it. So then Spirit Possession started. They're a 2-piece from Portland, and they're all involved in other bands. The drummer also plays synths and makes her own synths, like makes these like homemade devices and whatnot. It's kind of neat. Very chaotic. And the first couple songs, I was like, I don't even know what I'm listening to, but it sort of clicked in then, and I was really getting into it. Definitely have Celtic Frost vibes, especially in the vocals. So went back to the merch table. They had vinyl and they had tapes. I wanted to support the band, but I didn't want to buy another shirt. I didn't want to drop $30 on a vinyl that, you know, sometimes you see a band live and you're into it, and then you get the album and bring it home, and then you don't really know what you heard. It just doesn't translate. So I went with the lower cost option of the tape. This is their second and most recent album, Of the Sign. So I do like it, but I'm waiting for it to click again. Like I don't quite experience the same feeling I had watching them live, but definitely cool. Not much to show, just like a white shell there and a little J card. I was looking online. It's like maybe they just didn't bring any CDs, but it looks like the CDs are like kind of hard to come by now for some reason. I assume they'll be reprinted. They're on Profound Lore, so I'll look out for that. But for now, I got the tape. As most of you probably know, I'm not a tape guy, so I felt a little dirty. But, you know, wanted to throw them a few bucks. They could get some gas or whatever. Next band was Antichrist Siege Machine, and they are war metal. They're very decidedly war metal, another 2-piece. And I watched them for a little bit. I know they're getting a lot of hype right now, and a lot of people like them. It's just kind of not a style I'm that into. So, you know, it was cool to see them, but that was that. And then Spectral Wound came on, and they were fucking awesome. They played, you know, a few from the second album, a few from the third album, and then a couple I didn't know that aren't from the first album. So I assume they must be new songs that are going to be on whatever's coming next. It's been a few years since Diabolic Thirst came out, so that was really cool to see them, you know, in a local place. I left work, and then it was like a 10-minute drive to get there, so I can't really beat that. And then, like I said, 1349 came on, and I'll assume they were great. I don't know. It didn't really matter to me, so I left. But that's the story of my show. Yeah, so that's it for this one, guys. Just a little short one. Hopefully I'll get over my little boohoo party for myself and start getting the videos going again. So thanks as always for watching, and I'm really interested in hearing your guys' thoughts about, you know, if you go through stuff like that when you make videos too. So leave that below if you feel like sharing. So till next time, CM Punk's a piss baby. Later.